Good morning. Welcome to the 20th Annual Sustainable Communities Workshop. I'm going to be your MC today. My name is Carrie Seidman. I'm host of WSLR's Roundtable Discussion Show, Talk of the Town. But probably most of you know me better from my previous incarnation as a columnist and reporter for the Sarasota Herald Tribune. Thank you. As in that position, I came to this workshop and covered it many years, and I always found it really informative and valuable to hear what is going on both locally and nationally in terms of protecting our environment and our earth. Now, you may ask yourself why on earth the organizers of this event would invite someone who's been a print journalist her entire life and who is not terribly good at public speaking to be your MC for the morning. And I asked myself that same question. And after racking my brain, all I could come up with is that I drive a hybrid vehicle, I compost my produce scraps, and 99% of my wardrobe, including today's outfit, comes from thrift shops. So I hope you'll bear with me as I try to lead you through this morning's activities and move you as quickly as possible to our speakers who are the people you really want to hear from. The theme this year is Then, Now, Next, 20 Years of Sustainability. And all our speakers throughout today's workshop will speak about their sustainability efforts and what communities can do to move toward a more sustainable and resilient future. And as always, this workshop could not have happened without the generous support of our sponsors and organizing partners. And I'd like to thank them now, if you'll just reserve your applause until I've gone through the list. Our keynote sponsor, the Gulf Coast Community Foundation. Our green level sponsor, Charles and Marjorie Barancic Foundation. Our platinum level sponsor, Florida Power and Light. Our gold level sponsors, Community Harvest SRQ and WSLR and Fogartyville. Our silver level sponsors, Harvest House, WSP, Sarasota Bay Estuary Program, and Stocking Savvy. And our bronze level sponsor, Brilliant Harvest. Please give them your appreciation. Now, to further engage you in the workshop, this year we'll have something called Mentimeter questions. I had to ask how that's pronounced. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Mentimeter, which I wasn't, it's a live polling tool that will give us feedback in real time. So to use the tool, you need your smartphone. So get out your smartphone if you haven't done this already. And in the process, you may want to remind yourself to silence it if you haven't done that previously. If you haven't already logged in, please log into the Wi-Fi network, Harvest Guest, and the password is home, capital H, again, capital A, exclamation point. And then use your web browser to type in menti.com, MENTI.com. Well, it says in my script as shown on the screen, but I guess that was already previously on the screen, but it's menti, MENTI.com. And for our first series of questions, enter the code 6536-5247. Also not shown on the screen, as my script says. But hopefully you can see it somewhere. And once you've logged in, we're going to start by finding out who's with us today. So please, the first question is, what job sector do you work in? And here are your choices. I noticed journalism isn't there, but I'm sure it fits into some category. But if you'll go ahead and do that now, hopefully we will have soon, within a few moments, have a live representation on the screen of where you all work. Okay, so it looks like nonprofits have the lead and government second, not unusual for an event like this. But great to see that we have just some regular old citizens here too. I think that's wonderful. We're going to ask some more questions during the course of the morning, so keep your phones near you, but make sure they're silenced. And just in case you admired all the beautiful plants that are around the venue, they're all for sale. So you can stop by the Stocking Savvy booth and learn more about them, and you can take one of them home with you if you'd like. Now let's get started with the day's speakers. And it's my great pleasure to introduce, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but my favorite Sarasota County Commissioner, Mark Smith, who will be giving opening remarks. Mark was elected to the Sarasota County Commission in November 2022. He represents the commission on the Bay Park Improvement Board, Coastal and Heartland National Estuary Partnership, and the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization. He's a longtime Sarasota resident and started his own architecture firm on Siesta Key in 1994. Traffic, water, and air quality, and affordable housing are some of the issues he focuses on as a commissioner. Please join me in welcoming Commissioner Smith.
Well, good morning. It's a pleasure to be here again with you. I was fortunate enough to be here last year. This is an interesting venue, though. I haven't been here before, but it's great that everyone's here, though. It's super. They only gave me like 28 pages here, so I'll go as quickly through them as I can. Good morning. I'm Sarasota County Commissioner Mark Smith, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 20th Annual Sustainable Communities Workshop. Today's workshop offers an opportunity for us to connect, share our experiences, and collaborate as we work to build for a better tomorrow. The theme of this year's workshop is Then, Now, Next, 20 Years of Sustainable Communities. The theme of this year's workshop, I already just said that, Mark. In celebration of the workshop 20th anniversary, you will explore the historic progression and future vision of sustainability in our local communities. Today's expert speakers will share insight in resilient architecture, sustainable business, and more, looking through the lenses of the past, present, and future. You will learn about the many success stories achieved in our region and help form a future vision for a more sustainable Sarasota County. Sarasota County already is a recognized leader in sustainability with an array of projects and programs put in place over many years. Some of our efforts include investing in water quality and flooding prevention projects such as advanced water treatment and stormwater improvements. This is a huge accomplishment for our community. The Environmentally Sensitive Lands Protection Program is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and I'm happy to say that we've gotten to 34% of the property of Sarasota County is now protected. Through that program, Sarasota County has protected 100 properties. We made the 100th property just a little while ago, containing more than 40,000 acres of land through land purchases and conservation easements. Our local IFAS partnership with NASA to complete a comprehensive heat vulnerability assessment to identify neighborhoods and populations most affected by extreme heat. We're also working on securing grants and implementing programs focused on helping low-income households save money through energy efficiency upgrades. Integrating energy efficiency, green building technologies, and solar installations into our county facilities. This reduces costs for taxpayers and saves energy and water. and completing a vulnerability assessment and adaptation plan funded through the State Resilient Florida program. This plan will help us prioritize projects that will make our county infrastructure less vulnerable to flooding, sea level rise, and storm surge. And on that note, I was successful in convincing the other commissioners that we needed to voluntarily allow folks to build higher. As you may or may not know, FEMA lowered the base flood elevation in Sarasota County, actually in all the coastal communities in the United States, which to me is insanity. On Siesta Key, where we are, and our house just missed being flooded by a foot. We were at a flood elevation 11. They lowered it to 9. Our house is at 8, and Helene came in at 7 feet. It did flood my architectural office in the village, and many of you may have experienced that flooding. So what we were able to do is basically counter that. As FEMA lowered it, the county commission agreed to basically raise it up 3 feet above base flood elevation, and you add the other 1 foot that the Florida Building Code requires. And so in our case, we netted a foot gain, and so now I can continue working on the addition to the house. So my wife is happy. Still, we know the work is not complete. The storms of last year and past remind us how the community benefits when everyone pulls together. Through incredibly damaging, the aftermath of the storms showcased the best acts of kindness among us and the willingness to help each other. It is also a reminder that we take steps to prepare for and, whenever possible, reduce vulnerability in our community. We hope you can move that effort forward today with this workshop. We encourage you all to use the best practices shared today to spark conversation and action across the community. So let this workshop serve as a place where we forge a shared future, where we build a united community to ensure a better tomorrow. Working together, we can achieve these goals. Thanks to each of you for attending and for your dedication and leadership. There we go.